pretty awesome. If I wanted to level these guys up to level, I don't know, 30 or so, we could see. Alright. Let's give this a try. I am going to pick up Thor's hammer. Well, am I? Do I really care? We've got his gauntlets already. We really need to get his hammer as well. This might kill me. I'm not sure if I'm strong enough to just straight up fight 4 vampires. They spent a lot of time just trying to dazzle me with their freaking shiny, flickery junk. Vampires. Pretty soon they'll be writing me stupid poetry or something. Hitting on the teenage girls. Well, they use the dazzle attack, Jay. Well, you get Zeus's gloves and Thor's hammer. It's practically the same. They both perform the same ability. They both cast lightning too. They must be equivalent, right? I'm actually surprised there's nothing that uses ice 2 in this game. It's kind of weird. They've got all most of the level 2 spells except that. We are very, very close to another attack multiplier for our hit rate, which is one of the reasons I'm still killing stuff, so that maybe we can one-shot the Tiamat, which would be pretty sweet. Alright, Blue Dragon, my friend. Put up a good fight. He tried. Okay, you can pick up the Bane Sword like I mentioned last time, but meh. We could also pick up a bunch of garbage on this floor. Who needs it? I am going to go get my protective cape, though. Well, Thor's hammer sort of shoots electricity, right? Zeus's thunderbolt shoots electricity. It's totally equivalent. Don't worry about hierarchy. It's all about battle powers. We didn't take this windy road last time, so this is a new adventure for you guys. I'm surprised by how hard some of these monsters hit, given our level and actually quite powerful equipment. Like, we're no slouch on gear right now. Oh. That'll help. It's this one? That's the one. The Pro Cape takes you from 43. I can't use it? Oh, I've been led astray. I guess only the mages can use the protective cape. Shoot. Well, that'll teach me. This is where you can look down at the world, by the way, if that's the kind of thing you're interested in. Ooh. I'm actually a little bit sad that I can't use the Pro Cape. What? I got turned to stone while equipped with the ribbon. All these video games are trying to... I don't understand it. I'm positive you're supposed to be immune to that. Alright, well... We died. We died to garbage. I'm going to call that cheating. The game is now cheated. It's one cheat for the video game. That's not fair. They're not allowed to ignore the ribbon. It's my ribbon. More importantly, I don't think I've ever seen that happen, and I've beaten this game a million times, so that's more what's frustrating me. I always talk up the ribbon and the protective ring because, you know, they're so awesome. And then they fail on camera. Either that or it's just a coded-in weakness for the black belt. The game designers didn't like him either, so here, if you use him, this ribbon doesn't work. Almost wouldn't put it past him. This would be a pretty good floor to grind on if I wanted. There you go. Okay, well, no messing around looking for stupid protective capes that I forget who can equip them. I was pretty sure he could, but I guess I'm wrong. I forgot how hard these guys hit, too. Not bad, though. So you could make an argument that it might be worth going for level 32 so I get an extra attack multiplier. These guys are tough as well. But, it's probably better to just not risk a bad encounter and just fight the boss anyway. We'll probably be fine. Run. I have been paralyzed by trance as well, even though having a ribbon equipped is, I'm sure, supposed to stop that, but oh well. The music's on my side. We can't lose. Even if the encounter rate goes through the roof, we're alright. Positive music means Tiamat is going down. I don't think we'll have much trouble. 370 to 46. 290 to 67. 235 to something. And, oh, we only did 38 damage. That's really disappointing. There it is. Well, she almost got us. She was getting close, but the black belt just punches so good. And, I mean, we're kind of lucky there was no war mechs or anything. That's always fun when that happens. I have to kill my nemesis here. I have to try. That's why we save. I had to try to kill them. Whenever I see red ankylos, they must die, even though they're a terrible encounter. Alright, so that's the 4 orbs. I actually want one more level up minimum before we do the last dungeon. I was able to beat Chaos single solo party with a fighter at level 35. I don't know if I can pull it off at a lower level than that with a monk. I guess we'll try. Should be exciting. Low level runs, solo party runs. I guess trance might not have a very high chance of working, because I remember before getting ribbons, it used to paralyze everyone all the time. Or at least it felt that way, and then once you got ribbons, it just generally stopped working, but oh well. Alright, we don't need any more pures. Heals are all that really matter in the final dungeon. With less defense and no healing spells, and not 999 HP, this could be interesting. But the music is making me feel like I can do it. Good luck. Talk to a couple bats. Back in time. By the way, we're going 2,000 years in the past, in case people didn't catch that the first run. You can run from frost dragons. Gotta double check my memory every time. I don't think you can run from zombie dragons, though. So it's kill or be killed. I guess what I should probably be doing is using the defense for these kind of battles. double stacking my ruse, and I'll probably take less damage every time, but I hate doing that on random encounters unless there's absolutely no choice. This is the Gas Dragon floor, which is terrible. Also the Batman floor. But that is not... That is the problem right here. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna burn. Oh, somebody did like 200 damage. Okay, come on. Come on. Got him. Did you guys see? 1,146 damage. That's our new record for the stream so far. You can definitely do over 2,000 though. I've never seen 9999, but I don't think that's possible. I've had a level 50 monk fast by a black mage, so double attacks. And I think the highest I've seen is around 4,000. But I mean, you might get a crazy crit. I don't know. Everyone's favorite healing. Alright, good enough. That guy is supposed to use stupid spells and not do 340 damage and drain me of another 11 heal potions. Alright, let's keep going. Loot it up. Spoon it up. I actually don't know if there is a max damage cap, Shinga. You shouldn't be able to hit it in this game. There shouldn't be any way to do that much damage, as far as I know. The biggest problem I foresee on this run is we're going to run out of healing potions. There's too many enemies I can't run away from, and they do too much damage. Final Fantasy 3 for the NES, you could hit the 999 cap. No, because you could do 13,000. I remember doing that now. Yeah, it must have been the Super Nintendo tier. I know in Final Fantasy... No, 2 I was thinking of, sorry. Because you can train fists up to level 16, you can get to the 10,000 damage. But you can actually... I'm pretty sure you can surpass that, actually. Please don't turn me to stone. Thank you. Running is probably better for heal potions. My solo run rank, fighter's the easiest, probably followed by red mage, and then black belt, although they're pretty similar. Then black mage, then white mage, then thief. White mage is... Actually, white mage isn't even that hard, it's just slow. Takes forever. Thief is freaking nearly impossible though. Alright, prepare to be nuked. 200 damage. Could have been a lot worse. I think the max I've seen on a nuke is a very near to 500. Maybe 480 or something. I think you have to kill these without running. It shouldn't make much difference. You can't kill Astos at any reasonable level with a thief, unless you are stupidly lucky. The white mage has mute, so you can stop Astos from casting magic, and then ruse, so she doesn't take any hits. Black mage, red mage can use high level magics. The rest of the black belt and the fighter can just physical him out basically with a bit of luck. But the thief has nothing. How are we doing here? 22. It's going to be tight. Come on, Carrie. Oh, she did way too much damage. Terrible luck. Well, that's probably the end of our healing potions. So we need to kill Tiamat and Chaos without really taking any damage. I think we're not going to make it. I need to be able to one-shot carry and all of that, basically. Oh, and I forgot, of course, the Kraken. I was blanked this one out. This one, with low defense, even with good defense, can kill you. I don't think we're going to make it on this run. We don't have enough heals. I had to get to level 23, Jay, as the thief to kill Astos. And you cannot imagine how long it takes to get to level 23 killing ogres. That's it, I'm dead. We got no way to heal. Well, we have one way to heal, but I'm not doing it. I am not standing there trying to use the heal staff. You can't run from these, in case you're wondering. Well, so I'm gonna say probably level 32 is too low for that. Where do we feel like grinding for a little bit? Somewhere next to a town. Or with a bunch of houses. Let's play around up here for a bit. Even good music if I'd made it to Chaos there. Crits of 29,000. I usually found it was faster to just level up your fist to level 16 in Final Fantasy 2, but I'm not a master at that game. I've played it through a couple times on the NES and a couple times on the remake on Dawn of Souls, but it's not as appealing to me as this game, so. We'll pick up a handful of levels and then we'll give it another try. The Power Penis. There's no town beside the Power Penis that you can rest in. And it's so much faster to go to the inn to heal than to use healing potions. I just, you know. Maximum possible damage instead of easiest damage. Ah, yeah, that's fair. And I also found leveling up magic was terribly slow in Final Fantasy 2. Like, I would almost never have the patience to stick around and get a spell to level 16. Yeah, basically they didn't really worry about damage limits in the old games for whatever reason. If there was a limit, it was probably memory related. That's why you see a lot of 255s for 8 bytes. Or 8 bits, sorry, a single byte. 65,535 is the experience cap for Dragon Quest 1. That's just 8 bytes. It's kind of interesting. So if you see those numbers, that's generally more memory related. They were trying to save on space. But once you hit like the Super Nintendo, there's no reason they couldn't display more than 9999. They just capped it there for some reason. Stop getting in my airship. We're busy punching stuff. We're punching giants, we're punching wolves. Punching manticores. I suppose I could go try to fight the elusive T-Rex. You guys want to see the T-Rex? I think we got like a 1 in 255 chance. Final Fantasy 1 and 2 to Steam? I wouldn't... Well, let's see. They ported essentially Final Fantasy 3, the DS remake that got remade into the phone version and then remade into the Steam version. Final Fantasy 4 was the same thing. It was like DS mobile to phone to Steam. Sounds like 5 was the same thing, except no DS version, just mobile version then phone version. Mobile version then Steam version. So maybe the only way to get a port of Final Fantasy 1 and 2 to Steam is to get a phone version of them first. Which sucks. I really wish they'd just gone with either the PSP or the Game Boy Advance versions for the Steam ports. I'm not a huge fan of the mobile ones. Other than, I guess, like Final Fantasy IV on the Game Boy Advance, there's actually some bugs with battle order and stuff, which is why I didn't record that one. So, you know, they'd have to fix a few problems. Twitch plays Final Fantasy 1. That would take a long time to get very far, I expect, if you had any number of people playing. Yeah, I actually really like the DS version of Final Fantasy IV because of the augment system and the more challenging boss fights. But the PSP version does look really nice and is more faithful to the original, so that's pretty cool too. We'll get one more level up and then I'll try the desert. The desert is my traditional grinding area, but we have no white mage or anything to heal, so it's kind of tricky. Oh yeah, and I haven't been doing that either, so 16,000. I would, if they were to pick a version of Final Fantasy 1 for Steam, I would enjoy the Game Boy Advance version the most. I did quite enjoy the bonus dungeons, even though they had some random stuff that I didn't like. But the extra bosses and stuff were quite fun. And they might have made it too easy, I guess. They need a slightly more difficult remake of Final Fantasy 1. Wow, Ankylos aren't much of a problem at this point. So we're up to 104 hit rate. 128 is the next multiplier. It doesn't even matter at this point. Except for some of those bosses. Really what we're looking for here is evasion and absorption. And unfortunately to get absorb up, we have to get past level 43. The best you can get is 50, so it's tough. Let's have a little bit of fun in the desert. I'll probably die, but... Actually, it'll be the red Ankylos that kill me. This group. No matter how tough you are, 4 red Ankylos just murder you. 1,000 damage is pretty good, though. I don't think you actually get experience any faster here, really. I mean, you'd have to use houses or something, and it's probably faster here for actual time spent, unfortunately. I do like seeing those over 1,000 damages, though. That makes me smile. So what do you guys think? How high a level do you think I'm going to need to be here? We tried it at 32. We didn't even make it to the Kraken. Maybe I'll go at 40 again. See how that works. It's going to get harder to level grind here because they're going to start running away all the time, yeah. So that's not going to work so well. Where would I grind next? Traditionally, the first floor of the Chaos Temple is really nice if you can teleport out, but we can't do that. Fighting worms is really good. I suppose I have to switch over to using heal potions and then just grind on like the lowest level of the Mirage Tower, maybe. Just grind war mechs. Ha! I don't think that would be faster. I know war mechs are cool and all, but they do give you like 30. I think is it 32 or 64,000 experience? It's pretty good, but for the time spent to get one, it's not that great. I'm trying to not use quick saves either, so. Oops, wrong button. Loop-de-loops. What level am I anyway? 36. I don't know how much further I want to go right now. Maybe one more level up. If your luck is insane, well, yeah, but my luck is not insane. I'm gonna try out my idea, though. Come on. Let me land here. We'll try the first floor. See how that goes. Except maybe start healed up. Because at least I can come out and save whenever I want, right? Should Final Fantasy VI come to Steam? Yes, but only if they have a good port of it. I'm sure they will, though. That one, there's no way they'll skip that. That'll come out probably in 6 or 12 months. Just in time for everyone to buy it and play it before the 7 remake shows up. Okay, so that was 6,000 experience, but then I have to spend like a minute healing. Like, there's more experience than one fight in the mountains, but unfortunately then you waste all this time here. I guess I could use cabins to heal a little bit faster than heal potions. 2,500 is pretty good. Guards are... I can't remember how much they give you. Yeah, not bad. I mean, it'd be nice to get to the next hit percent multiplier, but I don't think I want to wait around that long to give it another go. You just gotta find somewhere to grind that you can heal easily. And, oh, I should just run from these guys. They're gonna kill me. Okay. Somewhere you can heal easily and there's nobody that, like, one shot insta-kills you. So you get about 60 per cabin. That's not bad. Faster than heals. Not as fast as the inn, though. It is just a one-character run. On Monday, I did a solo fighter run, which was quite easy, and today we're doing the solo black belt monk, which... Sorry, the solo black belt / monk run, and I'm sure we'll be able to do it. I've done them all before. Thanks, Shiha. See you next time. 14k. We can do that. Chimeras make for good experience, for sure. 4,000 for a nice, easy fight. The vampires are not worth it, though. I've decided. Expert opinion. Guards, definitely worth it. Sounds harsh when going for black or white mage. I didn't actually find the black mage solo run very hard. I put it in the middle. One of the middle two. It's not as easy as fighter or black belt, but it's not that bad. I should have healed up. Gonna pay for it? Yeah. I've done a solo of each class once or twice, so... I think people always overlook the thief. Try a solo on thief, and just tell me how far... Just tell me what level you beat Astos at, and that will let me know. That's the real trick. Alright, well let's not waste all of our time by dying. I've never really been a speed runner. I've thought about it. I I suppose if I had a normal party, if I picked like fighter, white, black mage, I could probably do a pretty good speed run if I really just planned it out a little bit. A lot of it, I would imagine for a Final Fantasy 1 speedrun, a lot of it comes down to luck. Because you can do the Ice Cave early with luck, but if you're not lucky, you spend a lot of time getting nothing done. Alright, there's our level up. 38. Ah, that's got to be enough for now. There's a little bit of extra absorb. We'll stock up on potions again, and we'll give it a go. What I'll probably have to do is, yeah, the remake version, the thief gets so many extra attacks early that he's definitely a valuable party member. But if you're trying to go quickly on the NES, you definitely don't want to use a thief. And if you're not grinding, you don't want to have a black belt, so basically skipped. Alright, round 2. We've got 6 more levels up. Appropriate level looking stats. I don't really care about imps. I sure wish I could farm for experience on this floor. So much better. These guys, they give you so much experience. Yeah, one of them is 4,000. 4 of them is 16,000. It's, I think my favorite, if you have a white mage or a black mage, my favorite place to farm. Batman. It's actually nice. Batmans you can run from. It's the gas dragons you can't. Oh, so far much luckier than our first run. Let's see if it holds up. Chimera's are cool, but I think you can run from them. Yeah, no big deal. So far, really good. I have to kill them. I cannot run from zombies. They're not that bad, though. They're hitting me, but... yeah, the wizard vampires, they waste a lot of time casting useless spells on themselves. So if you get lucky, they don't really do much. Still, we might have made it through here with no gas dragons. So that's really good, no matter what run you're on. Gas dragons are just terrible. These guys are fine. I don't think you can actually run from them, but they're not... I mean, they hit hard, but they're not that bad. Zombie plus vampire is runnable? Oh. I'm used to the full zombie dragon group, which is not, so... I think that's a rather rare encounter, so yeah. Like you say, I think it's a rare encounter too. You have to pay a lot more attention to that when you're doing it as a white mage or a black mage or a thief. When you're playing as a fighter or a black belt solo, it's not that big a deal. You can generally just fight your way through it. The fella is the old Hearst, yes. And... nuke time. Oh, we skipped the nuke! Oh, so good. Well, that saves us like 10 potions for sure. Good luck. Alright, this is the run. I can feel it. I think we got it. Yeah, we can run from those guys. I always get confused by red giants. And I like this song. Alright, we can do it. We can do it, Twitch. Alright, Carrie, you're not that tough. You're not that tough. Yeah! Remember when we got here on the first run and we had no heal potions? We've used... oh, and then everything goes bad. Alright, slow it down. Chances are you can't run when there's water elementals involved. I'm not going to risk it, so we're going to defense. We actually had a preemptive strike that you couldn't see, but that actually really helps me there. So we should be good now. I can turn the speed up, actually. We might get hit a couple times, but it won't be that bad. It's odd because most elementals you can't run from unless they're wind, which is like the one you wouldn't expect that you can run away from because they're everywhere. But anyway, that fight, we managed to get the defense stats up really quickly, so that worked out really good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure any encounter with water elementals is stuck. This one might be 2, actually. I forget about wizard Zahogs. They're often unescapable. Fine. I don't want to risk ruining my run right now. It's always safer to defense up anyway. It is runnable. Well, I'll still double defense and then run, because I always forget this one. Only in the combo with the prince it isn't. I used to have them all written down, actually. Ah, yeah, that's not bad. Still, it's almost never a bad idea at this point in the game to open with a double defense use. It's just slower that way. Definitely can run from that. Have them all written down. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. Alright, so Kraken coming up. It can hit really, really hard, but I think we'll 1 or at most 2-shot it, which means it's better to just hit it than to use the defense, because we might just kill it instantly rather than defending up, taking a hit, defending up again, maybe taking a hit, and then fighting it. Plus it used ink because it's an idiot, and we're good. So lucky. Ink does nothing. We're not getting the Mazimmune. So prepare for another boss fight, actually. Again, we could defense up. Tiamat is harder to one-shot, but possible if you're high enough level. 722, 1 more hit probably. No problem. Wow, this is looking really good. I mean, we'll have as good a chance as you can have, basically. So we just walked through the fiends like no problem. Now, if you remember, we killed Chaos at level 35 as a knight with like literally 1 HP left, I seem to remember. Like, it was just by the skin of our teeth. It might be easier with the black belt, because we can do a lot more damage than he could. Although, a couple more levels up for the 128, we'd be doing more hits. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to open with defense or just go for the attack. The problem is the more turns I give him where I'm not dealing damage, the more likely he is to use slow, which will seriously nerf my damage ability. And he doesn't physical very often. A lot of his spells are more problematic than his physical's tough, but it's only 1 out of like 5 moves. And I don't memorize his move turn order, so I'm just gonna go for physical. We're just gonna rush him. 460, good start. 360, so we're up to 820, keeping in mind 2000 is the number. That was a really good hit. That puts us at 1400 approximately, and then he slowed us, and that's the problem. And then he cured, so that's even worse. I don't think we got it. We can't hurt him, basically. 200 on a crit. Miss, miss, miss. Freaking slow 2. Cheapskate. 1 damage nuked. Well, I did save it not very long ago, so hold on. I cheated. I don't want to redo this dungeon and go farm again, so we're going to try a couple more times. Destroyed. If he hadn't pulled off the slow 2 on us, I think we would have had a good chance. But he cheated, so I'm going to cheat. When's the end of the stream? It's when I kill this guy. 680, better start. 468. Much better. Maybe we'll just kill him before he heals. See? Look. This is why we cheat. Because any run at the current level has a good chance of killing Chaos, right? Like, that was no problem. The first run we lost because I just did a little bit less damage, whatever, and we got just worked over. I could have played it without save states, died, redone the full level, might have taken a couple more tries. We would have killed him eventually anyway, so a little bit of save state hackery. I don't think it's that big a deal. It just saves me half an hour of time. My main lesson here is that we can... the main point is that you can kill that guy at level... What, 38 was it? I think I was 38 or 39. That was pretty awesome. Let's start the Thief now. Yeah, we'll be done in a couple weeks if I start it now. No, don't worry. The next one up is the Red Mage. Or the Bard. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream, but that's pretty much it.